The ruble has already lost 30% of its value. The Russian stock market has lost 40% of its value, and trading remains suspended. The Russian economy is reeling.
When Moscow's tanks rolled across the Ukrainian border in February 2022, the West responded not with troops, but with weapons of mass economic destruction, unprecedented sanctions. The goal was clear: cripple the Kremlin's war machine, crash the ruble, and force them to their financial knees. The narrative in Washington and Brussels was that Russia's economic collapse was inevitable. Yet years later, Russia still stands. Shops in Moscow are stocked, and the war machine grinds on. This raises the most uncomfortable question in modern geopolitics. How did they do it? How does a nation cut off from the Western global financial system not only survive, but in some metrics, actually grow? The answer lies in a brutal shift in the philosophy of power: ruthless adaptation, shadow alliances, and the illusion of a war economy. The first pillar of Russia's defense is energy, the regime's lifeblood. As Europe tried to sever its dependence on Russian energy, Moscow executed an aggressive pivot to the east. China and India, energy-hungry and indifferent to Western sanctions, absorbed discounted Russian crude. But here is the irony of power. The initial panic of the invasion sent global energy prices skyrocketing. According to analysis from Bloomberg Economics, instead of losing money, Russia actually saw a surge in oil export revenue in the months following the invasion due to these high global prices. They built a financial war chest exactly when the West was trying to empty it. The petrodollar became their primary shield. Yet, how do they move this oil past the G7 price cap? This is where we see the power of the shadow economy. Russia isn't playing by Western rules, they are bypassing them entirely. They assembled what is known as the Shadow Fleet, hundreds of aging tankers operating outside of Western insurance and financial systems. In-depth investigations by the Financial Times have documented this aging armada, detailing how these vessels perform risky ship-to-ship transfers on the high seas to obscure the origin of the Russian oil. It's a massive, dark logistics operation designed to blunt Western economic weapons. If you cannot use the global banking system, you build a global smuggling system. Finally, there is the internal transformation. Russia has shifted to a total war economy. The Kremlin is injecting massive funds into the defense sector. Factories run 3 shifts to churn out tanks and ammunition. This massive government spending papers over the cracks in the private sector. This is what creates the baffling statistics. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, surprisingly upgraded Russia's growth forecast for 2024, noting their economy is growing faster than many G7 nations. But we must look beyond the headline number. This is not healthy or sustainable economic growth. This is growth fueled by destruction, funded by draining national wealth funds and cannibalizing the civilian economy to feed the military. So, did the sanctions fail? Not entirely. They have starved Russia of future technology and turned it into a long-term economic vassal of China. But the geopolitical lesson here is stark. Economic warfare is devastating, but against a resource-rich authoritarian state willing to absorb immense pain, it is rarely a knockout blow. Russia survived not through economic brilliance, but through brutal realpolitik, leveraging resources, evading rules, and sacrificing the future for present-day survival. The economic siege continues, but Moscow's fortress has not crumbled.